Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy Forrester may lament pushing Hope Logan too far. Steffy's rival could be ready to hurdle on John Finn Finnegan. So let's consider how all this might go down. Finn preliminarily rejected Hope's sweats to flirt and shut down the kiss she drunkenly planted. Hope eventually understood her conduct were a mistake, but that doesn't mean she'll give up on Finn permanently. That's especially true now that Hope and Carter Walton's love is crashing and burning. With Carter poised to show fidelity to Forrester Creations over Hope, that may be the last straw that breaks them up. Hope's single status could be a factor, as she seeks a new romantic mate in the months ahead. We all know Hope no way stays on her own for too long. Now that Steffy's gone against the deal Carter made and shoved Hope out of the company, you can go Hope will crave vengeance. Hope might decide she was right to pursue Finn and protest off another attempt to win him over. The situation could work in Hope's favor this time around since Finn's drowning in marriage drama. Luna Nozawa's maternity could lead to Finn and Steffy's relationship falling piecemeal, especially if he goes against his woman's wishes and tries to bond with his son. Since Steffy is pregnant in real life, her motherliness leave could shoot Steffy to Europe ultimately. Steffy might need some time down from Finn, and that could be the ideal time for Hope to hurdle. Hope will have some good angles to work when it comes to pulling Finn closer. It's easy to imagine Hope showing compassion over Finn's complicated love for Luna and desire to connect with her. Hope might console Finn once effects get unattractive in his marriage to Steffy. It could be enough to bond Hope and Finn as an implicit new romantic brace. Steffy had recognized the deal Carter struck with Ridge Forrester and Eric Forrester, but she remitted Hope's line and shoved her out of the company. Hope wouldn't let Steffy get the last laugh, so it may not be long until a vengeance scheme's in stir. Will Finn land at the center of Hope's forthcoming plot? Will Hope make some progress when it comes to pulling Finn in her direction? Anyhow, Hope's bitter side could be a problem. Once Hope makes revengeful prognostications about what the future holds, she may make Steffy lament pushing her too far. Steffy and Finn's marriage could take another mega hit thanks to Hope's troublemaking, so stay tuned for updates on any stunning news to come. Hope Logan could move out Brooke Logan's property. So will Hope gutter the cabin as a mama-son feud erupts? Brooke refused to protest Hope out despite Ridge Forrester's pressure. That played a big part in how effects fell piecemeal for Ridge and Brooke since he felt she should stand against her son. Since Hope wouldn't take any responsibility for her part in all the Forrester bouleversement, Brooke will refuse to be sympathetic. Indeed, after Hope and Carter Walton's relationship falls piecemeal, Brooke wouldn't offer comfort and tell Hope what she wants to hear. We'll see Brooke dish out some tough love rather and rankle Hope in the process. Hope will be floored when it seems like Brooke is siding with Steffy and the Forresters over her own meat and blood. Despite Hope's belief that Brooke should be in her corner, she wouldn't get the support she's looking for. Since Brooke and Hope are about to have a major showdown, could this be enough to change Hope's living arrangements? Indeed now, Brooke may not be willing to throw Hope out since it'd mean throwing Beth Spencer out as well. Still, Hope could decide it's time to pack Beth up and move away since she'll feel awfully betrayed. It's easy to imagine Hope publicizing that she can't live on Brooke's property presently under the circumstances. Still, that news could remove a hedge when it comes to Brooke's reunion with Ridge, if Hope does move out. With Brooke out of the CEO seat and Hope potentially living nearly differently, could that open the door to Ridge taking his partner back? Ridge is committed to Taylor Hayes right now, but we all know how fickle his heart can be. Maybe Ridge could be tempted to move back in with Brooke and pick up where they left off. Watching Brooke turn against Hope could change effects, especially if Hope moves out like Ridge wanted all along. Steffy Forrester canceled Hope Logan's line, so Ridge Forrester and Eric Forrester backed out of the deal they struck with Carter Walton. In the Forrester design office, Carter and Brooke Logan held out stopgap that effects would work out for all of them. Hope, on the other hand, assumed Steffy would be out for vengeance and anticipated bad news. Daphne Rose made a vaticination to Zen Forrester Dominguez about Hope's future at Forrester not being secure. According to Daphne, Carter merited better than Hope. In the main office on Wednesday's B&B occasion, Steffy had a private meeting with Eric and Ridge about whether Carter, Brooke and Hope would remain at the company. Once Carter, Hope and Brooke joined the Forresters, Steffy blustered about Carter's conduct before admitting that he wasn't the first to be manipulated by a Logan. Carter tried to defend Hope, but Steffy told him to choose his coming words precisely. Since Carter was staying on as COO and Forrester's legal counsel, Steffy felt like he should consider himself lucky. Although Brooke would no longer hold the CEO title effective incontinently, Steffy said she could stay at Forrester Creations. Still, Hope was a different story since she'd gone against everything her brand stood for, and wasn't applicable presently. Carter claimed saving Hope for the future was part of the deal, but Steffy argued that she'd induced Ridge and Eric to see effects her way. That meant Hope's line was getting remitted, and there wasn't a place for her there presently. Steffy argued that they couldn't back a line with Hope's name on it now, and demanded to concentrate on couture since all this drama put them before. Hope for the future was a shell of its former tone anyway, so the line was suspended and Hope was no longer demanded at the company. After Hope rode with Steffy, she eventually told Carter let's go, and assumed he'd be leaving with her. Hope advised that the Forresters would lose Carter too, but Steffy suggested that Carter shouldn't walk out that door. Ridge reminded Carter that they'd formerly forgiven him formerly and principally made a vaticination that they wouldn't do it again if he sided with Hope now. Carter will have a delicate choice to make, so stick with us for updates on what's in store. Cleric revealed suckers are about to see Deacon step up as a fierce pop bear. Let's look at what Cannon had to say now that Hope Logan's life is falling piecemeal. On social media, there's surely been a mixed response to Steffy Forrester going against Carter Walton's deal and remonstrating Hope to the check. Some B&B suckers feel like Hope merited it, while others feel like Steffy's being illegal. No matter which camp you're in, there's no denying that Hope's facing a low point right now. Since Carter doesn't feel willing to walk down from Forrester Creations, that may be a deal swell in their relationship. Hope's going to feel each alone. Formerly she presumably splits from Carter, especially since Brooke Logan will lash out at her too. After one addict spoke out on X, formerly known as Twitter, about Hope having no bone to lean on, Sean Cannon piped up with a hint about what's ahead. Cleric hasn't been veritably present in Hope's life recently, but that'll change once he realizes how important pain she's in. Dad to the deliverance, Cannon promised in a new post. That clearly makes it sound like Deacon's defensive pop bear side will come out and do whatever he can to help Hope. Of course, Deacon will serve as a confidant for Hope and give her Vim addresses along the way. It's also easy to imagine Cleric defying Steffy over her decision to cut Hope's line and fire her. Cleric may launch a battle with Brooke as well for not giving their son the support she needs. Brooke will suppose Hope should be held responsible for some of her bad jest recently, but Deacon may feel like she's being too harsh. Cleric might indeed suspect Brooke is taking this station with Hope as part of a plan to win back Ridge Forrester. Still, effects could get tense with Brooke in the coming occurrences, if Deacon throws allegations around. Anyhow, Cleric just made a vaticination about Deacon being Hope's idol, so we'll see if he can help her fix her disastrous life. Cleric will get updates on plenitude of awful Hope news and reply consequently, so stay tuned.